Alright, we're going to go a little wild today with Jeffrey McWild. It's like normal wild, but you go to McDonald's and order the McWild. I'm kind of surprised McDonald's hasn't done that yet. Look at this hulking mass. He is a big boy. And it reflects in his fighting style. You're basically just supposed to bully your opponent around. So just a normal neutral kick sends them in the air. Yeah, I think Jeffrey's is pretty fun. He's also a pretty simple character. A lot of his moves are very easy to do, and pretty simple, straightforward game plan. Just kick your opponent around a lot. You can get I think a pretty decent ring out with moves like that. If your opponent is anywhere near like the edge of the ring and there's like no fences or anything, you can just kick them out of the ring so easily.
Round one. Ready, go!
He's also got quite a few throws, but I'm not very good at utilizing throws in this game. Which means when I do Wolf, it's going to be a little difficult for me, I think. See, there we go. He was already dead, but I, just got him out of here. Because Jeffrey may be simple, but he's also very damaging. Again, though, I can't help but feel like he would have the same problem as some other characters, just being a bit too linear. He doesn't have a ton of moves compared to other characters. That doesn't mean he's not effective. But, it's hard to be tricky with a character like him with such a simple game plan. It's funny, I was watching a Virtua Fighter tournament the other day. And it was the first tournament I think I've seen where there's no Akiras in top 8. It was pretty amazing. Very refreshing. And almost everybody used a different character. The only character I think I saw more than once was Jean. I might be wrong on that, but I know there's a lot of variety. So that was nice to see. Virtua Fighter is a pretty well-balanced game, all things considered. Like in a lot of games, fighting games, you'll see the same characters picked all the time and all that stuff. And remember, this game hasn't gotten a balance patch in years, so it goes to show you just how balanced this game actually is. Pretty much anybody can be good at the top level. Like, I used to think just Akira was just straight up the best character in the game, but then I see this tournament, which was not that long ago. It was decently recent, and no Akiras, and it was in Japan. There was no Akiras in top 8 in a Japan tournament, I think that's why Virtua Fighter is so fun to watch competitively, is that you can get a lot of character variety sometimes. There was a Lei Fei. There was a Lei Fei in top 8 of a competitive Virtua Fighter tournament in Japan. He's considered to be the worst character, and yet he was in top 8. He didn't win, but just the fact that we saw one in top 8 is amazing. I heard he's gotten better though with the Revo balance, but this tournament took place before the Revo balance, so they were using the worst version of Lei Fei. Apparently, he's better in Revo, I've heard, because his stance changes are a bit faster. So, yeah, that was always his big problem, that all the stance switches, while tricky and giving him a ton of moves, were a bit slow, so he could get easily interrupted and stuff. But now apparently they're faster, so he might actually be a lot better now. That's what they need to do. They don't need to nerf characters, they just need to buff them. I've always been an advocate of don't nerf somebody unless there's like a huge problem, like there's an infinite combo or something that they can do. That's worthy of a nerf. But I would say instead just buff everyone else. Make everyone else fun to play. Don't make a character less fun to play. Make everyone fun to play. I think that's what Virtua Fighter's kind of doing. They're taking... I've heard they took characters like Lei Fei and Eileen, who are considered to be one of the weaker characters, and buffed them. And I'm like, yeah, that's nice. And I did see somebody in a competitive match. It wasn't a tournament, but it was in a competitive event, who was using Eileen very well. So, yeah, I think Eileen's been buffed. Oh yeah, there you go. Ring out. Did my kick get him out, or did I push him out? Oh no, it was my kick. I thought I had, slightly pushed him out. Some characters are definitely easier to use than others, but I feel like anybody can be competitively valuable.
Ready, go!
Also, Revo, revamped the weight system, so that was a nice little balance thing all along. I should say all around. Of course, I'm not playing the Revo version yet. It's coming out pretty soon, though. You all should play it. If you ever, it's so cheap. It's such a great game. And I'll tell you what, if I convince one person just to play Virtua Fighter, I'll consider my job well done. And I did get to play the Virtua Fighter 5 Revo beta, and while, I'm not the biggest, professional in the world or knowledgeable when it comes to Virtua Fighter or anything, I did notice some changes, and they were all good changes, so as far as I'm concerned, Revo is the best way to play Virtua Fighter 5. I could be wrong, but from what I saw, and what little I could see, it seemed like it was really, really good.
Ready, go!
We can only hope that Virtua Fighter 6 is even better. Okay. I was hoping for a ring out there, but nah, too much pressure. Ow. There we go. Punch you in the shins. Man, who goes around punching people in the shins? People usually kick them in the shins. Man, I'm catching her sidestepping, which is kind of impressive. Usually I don't catch anybody sidestepping. Yeah. That's always fun to pull off. See, I kick you. Why did I taunt there? Whoops. Oh well, doesn't matter, I still won. Alright, so that was Jeffrey. He is fun. He's funner than I thought he would be, even if he is simple. Don't know if he could be my main, but I did enjoy him. That was a nice little surprise. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.